The underdog got its bone.
Darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. Shadows betray you because they belong to me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Jersey Boy Reviews and the Villains We Trust. My name is Julian and I am your host. And first of all, before I even start, I have to apologize. The last 3 or 2 games I haven't been here, we've had some massive technical difficulties. My motherboard died on my custom PC and it was just a huge pain just to get a replacement for it. And yeah, and then I went on vacation on top of that. So I'm getting back into the swing of things. Motherboard, the new motherboard is already set up, is in place, and now we're back. So those few games that I wasn't here, trust me, I was with you guys in spirit because my soul was crushed, especially when we lost to the Patriots. I don't know, I think my heart hurt more when we lost to the Patriots than that beatdown that we had last week to the Bills. I don't know why, just Bill Belichick does it for me for some reason, man. Jeez, what a butt whooping. But that was not the case this week. We got the 2 Brady killers on our team. We got Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett. The underdog got its bone. And just to be fully transparent, I am a diehard Steelers fan. I have a Steelers fan this, Steelers fan that. You know, I carry the insignia pretty much everywhere I go. But even with the amount of injuries that we had to our secondary, the amount of guys we were already missing, and to even have more when that report came out on Thursday, I thought we didn't have a snowball's chance. And I was happy to be proven wrong. First off, there was a lot of good in this game. There's also a little bit of bad in this game. So just to round off a few, let me just come up with my favorite play of the game. My favorite play of the game was the Tom Brady QB sneak that failed on the 31 in the fourth quarter. Tom Brady, that is like his signature move. For our defense that is hurt and depleted, to make such a stand, Tom Brady went nowhere. You give Tom Brady 10 chances, he's making that 15 times out of 10, if that makes any sense. That is Tom Brady's signature move, and we stood up there. And like I said before, there was a lot of good plays, so I'm just going to sound off on a few of my other favorites that I had. That comeback by Deontay Johnson that eventually took Kenny out of the game. That comeback by Deontay was epic. It was a much needed spark that the offense needed at that particular moment, so I really did appreciate that comeback by Deontay. Myles Jack with the tip pass, that was definitely going to be a touchdown if he did not climb the ladder and tip that pass. Chris Wormley pancakes Leonard Fournette on that 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. Massive play, and from a person that I was not expecting it from. Chris Wormley is solid, but he's not a playmaker, and I'm happy that he made a play. And I guess on defense, the second most massive play of the day was that Devin Bush 2-point conversion stop. I don't know what it is. His hair is getting longer. It's the power of the ponytail. He cut his hair in the second season, and I think he lost his powers, but he's gaining his powers back slowly but surely. Let's go Devin Bush. 2 vet moves that I really did enjoy in this game was the 12th man on the field. Mitchell Trubisky caught Vita Vea trying to get off the field, but the guy's like 350-something pounds. He's not running very fast. So for him to recognize that, and also the rookie tight end Connor Hayward recognized the free play and had a monstrous play on top of that, it was kind of poetry in motion. The other vet move was on defense. I don't know if you guys saw this picture on the internet yet, but there's a picture of Cam standing in front of Brady, and Brady's kind of holding him by the waist, and people are kind of speculating that Cam was stopping Brady from sweet-talking the refs into reversing the decision, or to take another look at the play. And that play was the one with Devin Bush where he batted down the 2-point conversion. I believe it. Brady dirty ass would do something like that, go try and sweet talk the ref. The ref probably would have taken another look at that play. So good job on you, Cam. If it is true, good on you, man. Heads up play by a vet. Love it. Mike Tomlin's coaching prowess will not be defied on this channel anymore. He had this team ready to play. Thank you, practice squad. You know what? I'm not even going to call these guys practice squad because they went so above and beyond. These guys are just football players. All of them stepped up. They were eager to tackle. Everybody was flying to the ball. Everybody was communicating left and right. No real massive plays over the top. Nothing crazy like that. No big giant runs. This team was ready to play. On that same note, Terrell Edmonds will not be bad-mouthed on this channel anymore. The dude was, and will be a solid safety. We have Minka for splash plays, so I'm not going to hold it against Terrell Edmonds anymore. Terrell is solid. He and Arthur Millette kept that backfield in sync all game long by constantly communicating and showing up with his leadership and making the right plays at the right time. Steven Sims on special teams. He had 2 awesome runbacks, but the NFL game highlight personnel robbed him of one because they only showed 1 on the highlight reel. I'm pretty sure he had 3 returns. The last one was kind of bad because he'd have nowhere to go, but those first 2 were monstrous. This is not a very exciting play, but we got pressed. We were backed up. We were like on the 1-yard line, and Presley Harvin had to boot that football out of there with like half a second to spare before Devin White got to him and killed Presley. So like I said, not a very exciting play, but much needed play from Presley Harvin. Does Larry Ogunjobi play fullback for the Bucs part-time? Because he was in the backfield all day hanging out, wreaking havoc. No one knew how to stop him. He was in Brady's face. He was blocking runs. He was tipping passes. He looked like he played for the Bucs. I loved it. Larry O, what a great pickup. I love that you are on this team, man. So all in all, I do think that this is an all-around team win. Everybody put their hand in the pile, risked it all, balls to the wall, aggressive coaching, hard-nosed defense, semi-smoothish offense, kind of, sort of. And it was an all-around team win. Everybody chipped in. Everybody pulled their weight. Special teams, defense, and even the offense. Yes, sir, even the offense. They did some very nice things. Now, I'm not going to get too high on the offense because Matt Canada is still our offensive coordinator for some particular reason. I have no particular reason. No one knows why this guy is still our offensive coordinator, but he's there. So, one weird thought that I had. Is someone else calling the plays? I had this thought. This offense looked way too smooth in the first quarter. Second and third, nothing happened with the offense whatsoever. The second and third were trash, just like it has been the entire season. And then, boom, back alive again in the fourth. I don't know if in the background, play calling duties have been switched around covertly, and we're just not privy to it. Just like we always thought Keith Butler was calling the defensive plays, and lo and behold, when he retires, he let out the secret that Mike Tomlin was actually calling all defensive plays this whole time. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on now. Is someone else calling the plays, and then they slipped Matt Canada the playbook again and saw we weren't doing anything and took the plays back? Is that what's going on? Is there a fight for play calling in the background that we're just not privy to? Something to think about. Now let's go on with the bad. What is wrong with Kevin Dotson? Is he injured? What is going on? He's not showing up in the injury reports and nothing like that. So I don't know what's going on. Is this like a Devin Bush case where he's coming back from that knee injury and it's just going to take him a very long time to get his footing again? Because he looks terrible. He had like 5 penalties just by himself. And then last week, he was getting manhandled by the opposite team. So there's something going on with Kevin Dotson. We just don't know what it is, but there is still something wrong with Kevin Dotson. We thought he was going to be the answer at left guard. We just don't know. It's a big mystery at the moment. Another bad thing, the running game still isn't improving fast enough. It is improving in baby steps, if that's how we want to quantify it, but it's just not fast enough. I think we averaged 90 yards on the ground. I don't even know what the true stat is. I didn't even want to really look at it, but I know it was a team effort type of thing. And I don't know what's going on with this run offense. Why can't we get it going? Mike Tomlin said he's going to try everything to get this team working, and I do believe him. Look at how that defense is playing. Look how the offense was also playing too. They played with a sense of urgency, but something's going on with this running that we just cannot establish the run. I don't know if Mike Tomlin is giving Najee more latitude because he had that metal rod come out of his shoe now, so maybe he wanted to give him some more opportunities, even though in the last press conference that Mike Tomlin had, he said he was gonna pretty much give Jaylen Warren more opportunities to showcase himself, and I think he has proved it that he does deserve some more reps. Malik Reed came up with that big ginormous sack on Brady. When I went to go look at the box score, for some reason they didn't give it to him, so I don't know if that's a mistake or maybe that's something he has to dispute. But Malik Reed, they didn't give him the sack. I think they gave it to Cam Hayward. So Malik, I would get on that. I've been talking to fellow Steelers fans for about a week or two now, when my motherboard was unfortunately died on me, and I couldn't post anything. But what I was talking to them about was that we need to have a wide receiver battle. And just from the targets alone, it looks like Pickens has moved up to wide receiver 2. Deontay looks like he's staying at 1 for now. And Chase looks like he's gone down to 3. Which I kind of think we're headed in the right direction. Who knows, maybe by the bye week, Pickens will prove himself to be the one. And then Deontay 2, and Chase can stay at 3. Chase at 3 and Deontay at 2, it looks like it's going to be a giant mismatch for whoever is going to take them on. So I do kind of like the way that it's going in this battle. Pickens keeps making more plays like this. Deontay, I love you, bro, but you do piss me off from time to time. You make these incredible plays, but then the routine ones, you drop. I don't understand. You were magical in this game, and then last 2 games you've been like a high schooler. So I don't know what's going on with Deontay. So hopefully him moving down to wide receiver 2 will probably help him. I mean, we're paying the guy like wide receiver 1 money, and he keeps dropping the ball. And he's had no run after the catch, which was pretty much his calling card. His calling card was run after the catch guy. That's who he was. He would catch the ball and get another 10 to 15 yards after the fact. And that's just not happening with Deontay anymore. So, yeah, he makes spectacular catches, but the routine little catches here and there, the screens, the end arounds, or whatever, he just doesn't seem to be able to make them. Even though in this game he was magical, the game before this one, he was just terrible. And that's our wide receiver 1. So, who knows? Maybe moving Pickens to 1, Deontay to 2 will light a fire on the Deontay and get this ball dropping issue resolved. Did the referee stop calling holding on defensive players? I've seen the game twice already, and I've seen the highlights a few times. I don't even remember them calling holds for the defensive players, but I was seeing it left and right happen here and there. I saw it a few times. There was at least at the very minimum 3 holds in the game scattered, and I don't even remember the refs calling it. So I don't know what's going on, but there seems to be a downtick on holding. No updates on Kenny Pickett yet. Mike Tomlin gives his press conference tomorrow, so we'll probably know more. Kenny is probably in the concussion protocol, and seeing how the NFL is overreacting and overcorrecting on it, he's probably not going to play this weekend. So I'm thinking Mitch is back at 1, at least for this game, and Mason gets activated as QB2. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. Another bad thing from this game, and I don't want to sour the game for everybody, but there is a little bad, and we have to critique it. Steven Sims had that awesome run, and we all the way to like the 10, I believe it was, the 10-yard line, and we only came out with 3 points. That was a gift from the special teams gods, and we did barely anything with it. And I know it's Matt Canada and his trash play calling. Calls a QB run on 2 and 7 with 2 minutes to go in the game. Isn't the Bucs like the number 5 or 6 ranked run defense? And you're going to have Mitch run out there by himself, the last quarterback on the active roster at that moment. Mason wasn't playing. If he would have gotten hurt in the last 2 minutes, can you guys imagine? I don't even want to think about it. We got to get Matt Canada out of there because his play calling has had a domino effect on the defense. 7 guys out. I totally blame Matt Canada for it because the offense cannot stay on the field long enough, and the defense has to go out there, has to be out there for more and more and more and more players, and eventually it's going to be a war of attrition. 2 guys hurt here, 1 guy hurt there, the other guy's playing hurt. It catches up with you just because we have no flow on offense. So I blame Matt Canada for all the defensive struggles that we've had this year. Well, I also had an idea, and hear me out. I was watching The Herd today, and they had a special guest, and I was like, why not bring in another assistant? And this assistant would be to the offense, the offensive play calling. Shoot, we're already doing it now. We got Flores in there, and he's the defensive assistant. He's a former head coach. And I was watching The Herd today, and Sean Payton was there. And I was like, why don't we at least make an offer? Hey, come in here, just be an assistant. We're not asking you to rewrite the entire playbook. Just incorporate some plays. We got the bye coming up here and there. Hey, there is no cap on assistant coaches and what you can pay them. And hey, he's not fully in there. He's not fully out. He probably wants to come back and do some sort of play calling, just like we're doing with Flores. You know, throw a fishing line out there. See what you get. See what happens. Sean Payton would be amazing and probably revitalize this offense. And hey, and if he doesn't want to be a head coach again, he could definitely take over as OC. It's a win-win situation. And what do you have to lose? If it was the worst thing he could say is no. One more thing of note, is there something going on with Boswell? Is he injured again? He's not showing up in any of the injury reports as well, too. But he just doesn't seem like himself. For him to doink that field goal is very weird. It's uncharacteristically not Boswell. This guy was the 2nd or 3rd most automatic kicker in the game. And now it's like you kind of have to hold your breath, see what the heck is going to happen, because you kind of don't know if he's going to make it or not. He most likely is, but he hasn't been Mr. Consistent like we've known him. So, I don't know. Maybe hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully he gets back into the swing of things and we get the old Chris Boswell back, the golden foot of Pittsburgh. Speaking of Boswell, did you guys see this thing going on Twitter with him and Matt Canada? I'm assuming he directed it to Matt Canada, but he's pretty much saying, yeah, we're winning now, but in spite of you. And I'm not quoting him verbatim, but so it was something along those lines. Those are pretty harsh words. And there was really no one else around there you can direct that to. And even if you are in a joking manner to say that to a coach, it's kind of damning. Plus, we've been hearing rumblings here and there about the Steelers players calling out Matt Canada too. And hey, I'm with it. I am here for it. Get this man out of here. But yeah, there seems to be trouble in paradise. And hey, Chris Boswell is the golden foot of Pittsburgh, so he's not going to get in any trouble. And I back him up completely. Another good/bad thing was, what is this, game 5, 6? And this is our first touchdown by a wide receiver. Let that soak in for a second. We are in week 5 or 6, and this is our first wide receiver touchdown of the year so far. Yeah. Good job, Matt Canada. For the Buccaneers, hopefully Cameron Brate is okay at the tight end. He was injured, I think, in the 3rd quarter or so. So hopefully all things are good with him, and hopefully he can come back soon. And on a positive note, Mitch is looking kind of comfortable in the pocket. He's pretty much playing with a all-go mindset, all gas, no break. He already lost his job. What's gonna happen now? He has nothing to lose. Are we gonna have a QB battle? I don't know how to feel about this because I don't want a Miami situation where Tua comes in for some plays or a series and then they swapped him out for Fitzmagic. And then he gets swapped out again, and they go back to Tua, and it was back and forth pretty much for like a whole year. That's what I don't want to happen. But like I said, I'm torn on this because I want to win now, but I also want to get Kenny revved up as much as possible and as much experience under his belt. So I don't know how to feel about this. I want to win now. At least let Mitch have this one game if Kenny is going to go into protocol, and then I guess we'll see how we feel about it. Let me know how you guys feel about the possible QB battle in the comment section below. But overall, I'm giving this a A-. This was a team win, coaching, special teams, defense, offense. Everybody chipped in. And it was great to see. I think the whole city is reinvigorated. All the fans are back and feeling energized about our team. So hopefully we can continue this into next week and beat up on the Dolphins and go into the bye week feeling really good about ourselves. So let me know what you guys thought about this game. Let me know in the comments section below. You guys can also follow me on my various social media platforms listed in the comment section below as well. So until next time, guys, Jersey Boy Reviews, we ride.
I will fulfill our destiny. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. I'll show them the power of the darkness.